came to help me see the way our ancestors lived in praise. In a lodge that stood on sacred land, now a parking lot and casino stands. Well, our government has gone astray with so much more than the money lost. It's hard to add up all the costs that our children will have to pay if we continue to fight each other. Where's the love for your brother? Has it been replaced by greed and hate? In 7 generations, will we still be a nation? Will they be weak or they be strong? Will they know our language and our song? Who will hold our ceremonies? Who will tell our creation story? And when they talk about us, what will they say? 7 generations from today. Be the one who walks away from problems you see every day, only looking out for number one? Or will you be amongst the strong and take a stand against the wrong and speak for those yet to come? But before giving in your ways, or the fight will return again one day with yourself, what you've become. 'Cause we're all from the same creator, and someday we will be together when our spirit is called beyond setting sun. In 7 generations, will we still be a nation? Will they be weak or they be strong? Will they know our language and our song? Who will hold our ceremonies? And who will tell our creation story? And when they talk about you, what will they say? 7 generations from today.
Good evening and welcome to the Bertsch Folk Barn. I'm your host, Scott Kirby. I want to thank you for joining us this evening. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, please click that subscribe button and ring the bell so you can get a notification the next time we go live with a concert here at the Bertsch Folk Barn. Tonight we are pleased to present Paco Freilich. He's a Northwood singer-songwriter who's made a global impact with his music, and we couldn't be more thrilled to have him here tonight. So, PacoFreilich.com. His latest album is Letting Go. He's going to share some songs tonight from that album and some others that have yet to be released. So without further ado, once again, thanks for tuning in and enjoy the music of Paco Freilich.
Of you all day. There's so much I want to say. It's hard to hold these feelings inside. And I can't wait for night to come as I watch the setting sun and the full moon rising in the sky. We've been so busy living the dream. Tonight is just about you and me, and these feelings we can't deny. Under the moonlight. Well, I've been thinking of you all day. There's so much I want to say. It's hard to hold these feelings inside. And I can't wait for night to come as I watch the setting sun and the full moon rising in the sky. We've been so busy living the dream. Tonight is just about you and me, and these feelings we can't deny. We're gonna slip away all alone, just you and me and that big old moon. We'll be holding on to each other so tight as we slow down to the beat of our hearts, lie on our backs and count the stars, falling in love again tonight. Under the moonlight, under the moonlight, under the moonlight, under the moonlight. All alone, you and me and that big old moon. Beat of our heart. Let's count the stars. I'm falling in love. I'm falling in love under the moonlight. Well, thank you, everybody. Thanks to our family and friends out here, and all of you guys tuning in. This is actually my first virtual concert, and I've seen so many this year with COVID, so it's nice to actually be able to do one. And special thanks to my friend Scott Kirby, who's doing all the hard work behind the scenes and creating this nice venue that allows myself and other musicians. Scott's a great musician too, by the way, and I've looked up to him for a long time. So I think it's great. He supports other musicians, and for me, this is a part-time thing. I'm a dentist by day, but music's always been in my heart ever since I was born, I think. And I grew up listening to my dad, Len Freilich, play, and my parents gave me the opportunity to have a lot of lessons. So I started with piano when I was 5 and violin, Suzuki violin, when I was around 12. And when I was 16, I started playing in a band with my dad, the Country Air Band. And
I just love country music, and that's not always what comes out when I write, but I do love it. I think I'll play a song for you. A lot of my songs have alternate tunings, so you'll hear me tuning throughout the night. Plus, it's cold. We're in northern Wisconsin, and it's about 60 degrees here. So I've got my hand warmers. And we're going to do the best we can for you. Have a good time tonight. And this is also, I think, a great opportunity for a lot of people that aren't able to get out and hear music, live music. I know COVID's a serious concern. And just now I see venues starting to have music again. And so it's been a tough, it's been a big impact on musicians. And music's such an important part of life. And that vibration that it carries, it can bring a lot of healing. And I hope my music does that for some of you tonight. But I was excited about this because, I haven't done a lot of these, and also it could help reach people that might not be able to hear me otherwise. So as I said, I grew up on country music, listening to my dad, and I played with Maury Big John from Lac de Flambeau, and Gene Sizek, and a lot of great musicians growing up. And this is a song that kind of honors those connections I have. And I was thinking when I wrote it, I'd like to write a song. I was thinking about Waylon Jennings. So this is a song that goes along like this. I was raised on country music, Haggard, Cash, and Jones. I can still hear Daddy play, "Won't you sing me back home?" And Waylon was my hero, now he's long gone. But I keep his memory with me, and I play his song. Hard way to make a living, playing guitar with a band. Miles of highways and hotels, and doing one-night stands. Some people call me crazy, but you know I don't give a damn. I wouldn't trade a minute, and I'm proud of who I am. Well, music's in my blood, and I'm doing what love I own. Been running so long, singing songs, it's all that I know. I'm too old to change, but I'm too young to settle down. Sigurd Cash and George Jones. Thank you. So we have a special guest tonight that we're going to surprise you with in a little bit, but I'll save that for you. I was visiting my daughter out in Seattle, and we were walking around the streets, and I was kind of shocked by how many homeless people there were. And I wrote a song when we were out there visiting her called "The Homeless Man." I'd like to do that for you. But there was many homeless people on the street, and a lot of people were walking by them and not paying any attention to them. One man held up a sign, and it said, "I feel invisible." And I thought that looks true to me. And there was people on the park benches sleeping and loading up all their stuff in a duffel bag, because they would be in a different spot the next night. We were leaving the restaurant our last night there, and this black man came from the darkness out of the left, and he kind of startled us because I didn't see him, and he said, "Hey man, you got 35 cents for a donut?" And we gave him a little bit of money out of our pocket, and as I touched his hand was so worn. I had never felt a hand that worn. And all these things were coming together in my mind that night, and we went to bed. And when a song's coming, oftentimes they'll come to me in the night, but there's a feeling that I get that's like something's rising up. And I've learned to get up because the song won't be there in the morning usually. So I got up about 1:30 in the morning, and I didn't have a guitar because we were in Seattle. And but I wrote the song by 5:30 that morning, and when we got back home, I put it to the guitar, and I got to hear it. So this song's on my first album called Letting Go, and this is called Homeless Man. His hands are worn like leather, his hair ain't much better. It's a rainy night in the city. He's got nobody to hold, lost his family years ago. Another sleepless night in the city. He holds his cardboard sign, "Hey man, you got a dime for a poor boy just trying to survive." Watches the world go by, but no one looks him in the eye. It seems that everyone is too busy for a homeless man in the city. He's got a story to tell, nobody cares, oh well, just another day in the city. He's got nobody to hold, lost his family years ago. Another lonely night in the city. But he thinks about his younger days and friends he's had along the way, and for a moment he smiles. And the cold winds bring him back. He grabs a bottle in the sack to numb the pain. He never wanted to be just a homeless man in the city. Tonight's his final run. He can see the moon. He just closes his eyes and slips away. He's no longer alone. Tonight he's going home. a place no one has to be, just a homeless man in the city. Died on Sunday morning with nobody there to mourn him. Ooh. Thank you. So, I've had the pleasure of working with Mark Wayne at Clear Blue Studios on my first album, and also Marty Chick at White House Productions. And both guys are great friends to me and have helped me a lot and taught me a lot. Currently working on my next album with Marty, and it's going to have 20 songs on it. So we might do a double album, not sure. But COVID shut us down. We started recording last fall, or the fall of 18, I guess. And then we got shut down around February. So I'm excited to go back in a couple weeks. We're going to start recording again. And it was kind of a good break, because I think stepping back from the music a little bit gave me some fresh perspective on things. After you hear your songs so many times, sometimes it's you can get immune to that a little bit, I think. So this is a song that's going to be on the new album. And this song is called Words. Words cut like a knife, they hurt deep down inside their scars that never go away in broken hearts. They're standing in the rain. I said I wanted freedom, I'd be better on my own, but I was lying to myself. Now I'm lying here alone. Hold on to accept my foolish pride. Why is it so hard to say that I'm sorry when our love is on the line? Found the words to hurt you, found the words to make you cry, and now I know that it's over. Still can't find the words to say goodbye. Together, you promised me forever. Now I'm down on my knees and you're gone. Said you'll never return. Yes, I recall. I recall word for word. You said you want your freedom, but you're better all alone. Thank you. So, yeah, I have a full band that I play with on the recordings. Charlie Strong is our bass player. Dan Cable plays drums for me. And Mark Wayne is an excellent steel player. And Shelby Chaka is doing some singing. Melissa Horner's done some great harmonies for me as well. We've got, on this next album, we've got a string quartet out of Canada. Kirk Starkey is leading that. And it's awesome because they recorded on most of the tracks in a church up in Canada. So it's got beautiful sound. Luke Mosley is playing some piano. He's a Nashville piano recording artist. Trent Williamson is playing some harmonica. He's out of California, and he's played with Elton John and just a lot of big names. And so I have some really great musicians on this next album. But I had some great musicians on the first one also. And this next song is very special to me. You can tell the cold is changing the strings here. I'll just tell a little story. I met my friend Michael Butcher. Actually, I saw him for the first time playing in Milwaukee at Summerfest. And he was playing up on stage. I had heard of him before. Somebody had given me one of his CDs, and I really loved his music. And so when I got down there, I was there to play in a fiddle contest. Maury Big John's family had gifted me his fiddle after he passed, and so I was there to kind of follow up because he had played in that fiddle contest before as well. And when I was there, I saw on the Miller stage Mike Butcher was playing. And I thought, wow, someday I really hope to meet him, and someday I hope I can maybe be good enough to play on that stage. And, well, probably 10 years went by, and I was playing at a show at Le Coudray for Mary Ellen Baker, and he was on after me. And so we talked, and it was, for me, it was just like somebody I had known for a long time. We hit it right off, and he came back, and we talked for hours that night. And unfortunately, he had an accident and lost some fingers on his right hand, and he wasn't playing for a while. So I didn't realize that, and when I found out, I called him and said, Mike, we should write a song together. And he was talking about writing a song for this symposium that we were playing for Mary Ellen Baker, and it's called Women in the Water Symposium. I guess I should explain that. In a Native tradition, the women take care of the water and the men take care of the fire. And water is a very healing medicine, and it's something that's taken for granted. And this movement is very strong in the Native communities, and I think it's gaining awareness even outside of that. Standing Rock certainly brought a lot of awareness to that issue, and Scott and I actually put together a concert in Rhinelander when Standing Rock was happening for those that couldn't make it out there, so we could have some unity here and spread some awareness. So that was a lot of fun, and all the musicians donated their time. And yeah, so Mike said we should write a song about that. And so our women in our lodge carry copper vessels filled with water, and they carry them around the Great Lakes, and they pray for them. And they every year they've walked around one of the Great Lakes in the St. Lawrence Seaway, the Mississippi, and they've gathered up in Bad River, Wisconsin. But it's through that prayer they can transform that energy of that water, and it brings healing to everybody and to Mother Earth. So it's very powerful. So Mike said we should write a song for them, and I didn't hear from him for a little while, and then one day he sent me half the song. And I worked hard to contribute. And we were fortunate to submit it to the Native American Music Awards, and it was selected as Song of the Year 2 years ago. And so that's all of Canada and the United States. So that was one of the highlights of my career. And there's some nice native flute on here and great background music. But tonight I just chose to play everything just straight acoustic, so it could be a very intimate night. And do my best for you with cold fingers here. This is for Mike. If time heals all wounds, how long would it take to heal all the water from the mess that we made? If time begs a question, then the answer is throwing away. The Creator gives to all, but some think they own the blood of our mother. How will we atone? You can't buy your way into heaven by selling your soul. Moon and water, givers of life, grandmother moon in the eastern sky, watch over us now, lead us back down that red road where the lakes are pure, the rivers are clean, ever flowing and singing for you and for me. You're carrying the songs and the teachings of women and water. There's a dirty little secret we pretend not to know, and we can't drink the water. There's nowhere else to go. We're praying for a miracle to deliver what we don't on our own. It's the spirit of the water, the spirit of the wind, the four great directions, and all they let in to betray what they share to the spirit would be no greater sin. The seventh generation has its eyes on us now. The ones who came before us are singing out loud. It's a chorus of the ages with a pleading, you can't let us down. The earth is a changing right before our eyes. After all of the warnings, can you see the signs? What are we waiting for? Moon and water, givers of life, grandmother moon in the eastern sky, watch over us now, lead us back down that red road. The lakes are pure and the rivers are clean, ever flowing and singing Thank you. Warm my fingers up a little bit. So, just looking at my songs here. I usually write the words and the lyrics together. They kind of come to me. They help each part along as if I write them together. Once in a while, I've written the words first, and not too often do I write the music entirely and then try to find some words to fit that. This was one of those songs that kind of came together like that. Wrote it in Florida when we were on Christmas vacation. That too seems to help because I'm not thinking about work or is tired out. So I tend to write songs when I'm on breaks. So this song has a really great southern rock beat, some awesome fiddle playing and harmonica. And if you buy the record, you can, or this song, you'll get to hear all that. We'll do the acoustic version. So it's here we go. We've been through this too many times. Your promises are just empty lies, but I ain't taking this no more. I ain't buying what you're selling. Tonight I'm walking out the door. I'm already gone. Should have known all along. Don't beg me to stay. There's nothing you can say. You're never gonna change, so I'm moving on. The day will come when you realize the nights are long and the sun won't rise. You'll reach for me, but I'll be gone. You'll be crying, feel like dying when you know I'm not coming home. I'm already gone. Should have known all along. Don't beg me to stay. There's nothing you can say. You're never gonna change, so I'm moving on. Don't call me up, don't stop on by. Don't come around, tears in your eyes. Don't follow me, don't promise me, don't promise me your wedding ring. I'm already gone. Should have known all along. Don't beg me to stay. There's nothing you can say. You're never gonna change, so I'm moving on. Bye-bye. Something like that. Thank you. This is one of my favorite songs, actually. It's a very pretty song. When I was writing we were close to finishing the first album. I can show it to you. Called Letting Go. This song has 14 songs on it. And you can hear them on the website. It's on Spotify and all those also. And this stream is going to be on YouTube live, and I imagine we'll share the recorded version of it as well, or portions of it, on our Facebook and different things. But we're close to finishing that first album, and actually my friend Mark said, you're missing, you need an acoustic song on there. And so this song kind of came out. I was thinking about, you think about, there's a lot of suicide and mental health out there, mental health concerns, and that's often not recognized enough in this society. Mental health isn't made a priority like I think it should be. And a lot of people don't even know where it's coming from. But I think there's always hope, and I think that's the stronger the spiritual foundation, the easier it is to find that hope, whatever form you find that in. So I was thinking about a lot of that stuff when I wrote this song. And so this song's to give people hope and wish the best for everybody out there. This song's called Beauty in the Broken. When the road seems so long, when you feel the world's left you all alone, when every turn you take turns out wrong, and you wonder if you can go on, remember you are strong. Well, I've been where you are, my friend. Down the road of broken dreams and back again. Don't waste your life wondering about all the things that might have been. It's time to live again. Right now you feel broken, but someday you'll learn to fly again, and you'll rise above the sadness when you find the beauty within, the beauty in the broken. Right now you feel broken, but someday you'll learn to fly again, and you'll rise above the sadness when you find the beauty within, the beauty in the broken, the beauty in the broken. Thank you. I'm just going to take a second and change the tuning on the guitar here. Yeah, I find different tunings. I know Scott uses a lot of tunings as well, but different tunings seem to open up creativity for me when I'm writing. And helped me think outside of the box. So this next song I wrote is called The American Dream. And it's, I really love this song. It's going to be on the new album. And I wrote this song not as a political statement, but to just wanting more for everybody, especially when you see all of the turmoil that was going on in our country. And if you could hear the backing track and the rest of the recording, there's a section on there where Martin Luther King is speaking, John F. Kennedy, John Trudell, and there's going to be a gospel choir on this too. And I'd like to say hi to Scott Badenoch out there, a friend of mine from Detroit area. I think he's listening tonight, and his wife, Kathy. Scott kind of helped me model this song a little bit, and we've talked about playing it at the ceremony for a national monument in Washington, D.C., for Native American veterans. So hopefully that will come to fruition. Okay. This is called The American Dream. Tonight, there are veterans on our streets, lying in the cold with nothing to eat. What you do for the least of my brothers, you do for me. What would Jesus say if he were here to see that trillions of debt don't satisfy our greed? Would he ask, how truly rich are we? No one can serve two masters, which one will it be? What would Jesus say if he were here to see? Amber waves of grain, purple mountain majesty. We plunder the land from sea to shining sea. Have you forgotten who shed his grace on thee? What would Jesus say if he were here to see? The ocean's rising and we're losing the coral reef. The bees are dying, Mother Earth is on her knees. What will be left to inherit? How blessed are the meek. What would Jesus say if he were here to see? In God we trust. Tell me what that When we see our brothers, not the color of their skin, let there be no wars, no walls, no immigration. Love your neighbor as yourself. Now would that be such a sin? What would Jesus say if he came back again? Tonight, as I lay me down to sleep, I pray we awaken our American dream. Thank you. Thanks, Belle. I think it's a good time to... Actually, I'm going to do a new one for you guys. Heidi's still out there? Okay. Every song's a little bit different when I write. I never know what's going to come out, really. I just wrote this one about a week ago. This one's called Back to You. Those were the best days of my life, when I was yours and you were mine. They say love is blind. Well, I guess that must be true, 'cause I walked away from me and you. God, what did I do? I'm just trying to find my way back to you. Time moves on and dreams they fade. Forgave myself for mistakes I made. Seems like yesterday. If I could go back in time, give everything I own to make you mine. One more time. Too long to be alive. You were the best part of my life. Not a day goes by that I don't miss you. And lonely ever since your gone. still trying to find my way back to you. Pray someday I'll find my way back to you. Thank you. Still a work in progress in that one. Time to tune up again. I think we'll get Heidi up here now. This is my special guest. So we're going to make a few camera adjustments, right, Scott? Give me a chance to retune here. So this is my girlfriend, Heidi. No, she's my wife. We've been married for 30 years. Mm-hmm. We're both got birthdays coming up in the next week or so. So this is a special treat because I don't get her to sing very often. And we played a show last Saturday. 4 days ago, and 2 days before I said, well, why don't you learn this song? And she did.
I'm not experienced like him.
But go ahead and introduce yourself.
You already did that.
What would you like to tell everybody about yourself? She's been a great wife to me. She's a mother of 3. And she's been the solid foundation for raising our kids. And keeps me balanced, because that's one of the areas maybe a lot of musicians know what I'm talking about. I don't know about Scott, you? I don't feel so bad now. So, very blessed to have found Heidi and now have her up here with me. So, we're going to do our best. And this is actually a cover song. What's the name of it?
More Hearts Than Mine.
Who sings it?
Ingrid Andress.
Okay.
I can't wait to show you where I grew up. Walk you around the foothills of my town. Probably feel like you've been there before after hearing all the stories I've been telling you for 6 months now. We'll probably have to sleep in separate bedrooms. Pack a shirt for church because we'll go. I'm not trying to play you off, but I just thought that we should talk a few things out before we hit the road. If I bring you home to Mama, I guess I'd better warn you. She falls in love a little faster than I do. Will pick your tire, pour your whiskey over ice, and take you fishing, but pretend that he don't like you. Oh, if we break up, I'll be fine, but you'll be breaking more hearts than mine. My sister's gonna ask a million questions, say anything she can to turn you red. And when you meet my high school friends, they'll buy you drinks and fill you in on all the crazy nights I can't outlive. And if I to Mama. I guess I better warn you. She falls in love a little faster than I do. And my dad will check your tires, pour you whiskey over ice, buy you dinner, but pretend that he don't like you. Oh, if we break up, I'll be fine, but you'll be breaking more hearts than mine. If I bring you home to Mama, I guess I better warn you. She feels every heartbreak I go through. And if my dad sees me crying, he'll pour some whiskey over ice, tell a lie and say he never really liked you. Oh, if we break up, I'll be fine, but you'll be breaking more hearts than mine. You'll be breaking more hearts than mine.
Have a hand for Heidi.
Thank you.
No? Okay. Okay, we're going to do one more. This is a song that's also going to be on the next album. And recorded it with Shelby Chaka, if she's out there. Hello, Shelby. She's got a beautiful voice, part of the White House Players. And Shelby's out in Wyoming or something, somewhere out there right now. So Heidi's going to sing with me. This song has a real nice piano and strings on it. It's quite different from my other songs. If you could hear the whole arrangement. Wrote this at Christmas time when we were traveling from Florida up to South Carolina?
Mm-hmm. North Carolina.
North Carolina. We were walking around Hendersonville in the rain. And I remember we didn't have rain jackets or anything, so we had these plastic bags over us, and it rained the whole time. And I just kept walking around in the rain and thinking of this song. So we're going to do the acoustic version for you. This one is called What We're Fighting For. Where do I begin when there's nothing left to say? Unspoken words between us, maybe it's better that way. The ties that bind are broken, we've torn them all apart. Now we're adrift out on the ocean, heading for a storm.
Deep down, I still love you, and I probably always will. But we've been living a lie, and I can't live with myself. It's time to let go. I'm swimming for the shore. We've been fighting so long, we forgot what we're fighting for.
Hold on. We're going to start this over because I didn't have the pedal on.
Oh.
And we can edit this video. So Only you guys watching us live will get to see the mistake. So, my mistake. So, this is what we're fighting for. Where do I begin when there's nothing left to say? Unspoken words between us, maybe it's better that way. The ties that bind are broken, we've torn them all apart. Now we're adrift out on the ocean, heading for a storm.
Deep down I still love you, and I probably always will. But we've been living a lie, and I can't live with myself. It's time to let go, I'm swimming for the shore. We've been fighting so long, we forgot what we're fighting for. Silence fills the air, in my mind with regret, empty words and broken promises, and apologies unsaid, till I feel like I am drowning in the cold hard truth that I don't know how that I'm gonna live without you.
We built this life together, and it was heaven for a while. Like waves crashing down, and we tore it all to hell. And now the battle is over, but we both lost the war. We've been fighting so long, we forgot what we're fighting for. Now we're wandering aimlessly at the mercy of the wind.
Down on our knees, praying destiny brings us
Together again. We built this life
Deep
together.
down, I still love you, and I probably always will.
Crashing down,
Living a
and we
lie,
tore it all.
and I can't live with
Now the
myself.
battle is over,
We
but we both lost the war. We've been fighting so long,
we forgot what we're fighting for. Maybe someday we'll remember what we're fighting for.
Thank you, honey. How you guys doing out there? Staying warm? You all huddled together, so. All right, we're gonna like to do another song for you. This song has a very different tuning. I invented this tuning. My wife and I were traveling out to Massachusetts, and there was a spiritual retreat center, and you could stay on the grounds there, and I guess they were kind of like dorm rooms, and they were all concrete walls, and there was no TV, so at night I brought my little traveler guitar that my dad bought me, and I thought I'm going to invent a new tuning and see what I can come up with. And it was really frustrating because I worked real hard all week, every night, to see if I could come up with a song. and I didn't get anything. And after a whole week of trying, we flew back home to Rhinelander and went to bed on that Sunday night. And as I said before, about 1 a.m, I could tell there's a song was coming, and I woke up with this picture of a blonde girl with pigtails. She was a rodeo girl in my head. And so I got up and grabbed my guitar. I still had it tuned to this goofy tuning. I have to take my time so I don't break the string when I tune into this. And I grabbed the guitar, and these words just popped out. She blew into town like a summer rain across a painted sky in a cowboy's dream. She was beautiful. And that just came out. So I stayed up until I had to go to work. And I wrote this song called She's Wild. She blew into town like a summer rain across a painted sky in a cowboy's dream. She was beautiful. Some said she came from Buffalo, the sweetheart of the rodeo, just passing through. The way she looked at me and smiled, I felt just like a child. God, she's wild. I never held a girl like her before, the way she moved across the dance floor to me. As we swayed beneath the harvest moon, as a band played a familiar tune, she whispered to me, would you stay with me tonight and hold me for a while? God, she's wild. She's like a faded sunset in a Montana sky, a flower in the desert that bloomed for a while. I did my best to love her till she had to fly. She was born to be free. God made her wild. Well, years have gone by, but I still dream of her sometimes in that autumn night. And I wonder how she's done, what her life has become. I hope she's all right. And I hope she thinks of me and smiles every once in a while. And God, I hope that she's still wild, still wild. She blew into town like a summer rain across a painted sky in a cowboy's dream. She was beautiful. Thank you. A few mistakes there, but I think it's in the 50s now, Scott. Wow. Time sure flies. Let me retune here. I'm going to play a song that I wrote. I had a patient in that just this week at the dental office, and she's going into doing missionary work involving the environment. And I think she's tuning in tonight. I told her I would that I'd written some songs around the environment that I'd play for her. So, also like to say hi to Derek Peel out there. Thanks for listening in. I keep telling my wife I need more guitars. That way I could just have them set to these tunings. This guitar is made by James Goodall, and it was out of Hawaii, and he makes he was at that time he made $150 a year, and it's a jumbo body guitar. Okay. So this song is a song that I wrote after some dreams. There was a man named Walter Bertsch that came to me in some dreams after he had passed on, and it was during a time when my tribe was going through some difficulties politically and otherwise, and some lands were at risk, and I had never really been an activist before, but he was coming to me so strongly in these dreams and showing me things ahead of time. And so I wanted to write this song to honor him and what he and also to help carry on his message, because he died at a pretty young age, but he's still well known and his message is still resonating out there. So this song is called "Where Were You?" This song was inspired by Walt Bertsch. He was a traditional Ojibwe man from Red Cliff, Wisconsin, an environmental activist and political leader. His spirit name is Macoons. He started the 7 Generations Amendment to change the U.S. Constitution, to remind us all that clean land, air, and water belonged to everyone, that they needed to be protected from corporations and ourselves. I never met Walt. He passed away in 1999. But in 2008, he came to me in my dreams. Later, I heard a recording of a speech he gave at a Protect the Earth gathering. He was cautioning us to be better caretakers of the land for our children and our children's children. He said, someday they'll be old enough to rise up and start asking questions. Where were you when they poisoned my rivers? Where were you when I can't eat the fish no more? And we'll be too feeble to run, he said. We're running out of time. The Walt is gone. The problems he spoke of 2 decades ago remain. But his spirit's still here with us. And now it's our time to pick up the work. This song is for McCoons. Where were you when they stripped my land? Why did you let them cut down all the trees? What'd you do when we lost our state? We can no longer. Did you think about the earth? Did you think about me before you altered our rules? Whoa, I am so hungry, grandmother. Where were you when they polluted the sky? Then build more factories. What'd you do when the temperature began to rise and the ice disappeared into the sea? Breathe, grandfather. Where were you? Where were you when they dammed the river? Why did you let them build more factories? What'd you do about the mercury in the water and the fish we can no longer eat? You protest and they so get to do me. You forget who it belongs to. Oh, I am so thirsty, grandmother. Where were you, grandfather? Where were you, my sister? Where were you, my brother? Where were you? Where were you? Thank you. Every time I play, I can't believe how fast the night goes. I want to do this one for you because I just wrote it. And it's nice to have the opportunity to try it out and air it out. As my friend Wade Fernandez told me, air it out. And I play when I play a lot of local shows. I play some of my own songs, but I playing a lot of cover songs as well. So it's kind of nice to get this opportunity to play and share my music with you. So this one I just wrote again in the last week or two, and this one's called "For the Rest of My Life." There's only so much I can give to you. You already have my heart and soul. But I promise you this, sealed with a kiss, that all my tomorrows are yours. And when the morning shines upon us, I want to feel you by my side for the rest of my life. Know how to move it like no other. Lift me up when I'm down. You're everything that I'll ever need. Make my little world go round and round and round and round. And when the night comes upon us, I want to feel you by my side for the rest of my life. For the rest of my life. Well, I'm down on one bended knee, and I'm praying to God that you say yes to me. Make me the happiest man alive. For the rest of my life. Thank you. Well, we got time for one last song here. And this song I wrote, I guess I would like to say, I appreciate everybody for listening tonight, and I hope that this music's found its way to your heart. If you'd like to keep in touch, you can friend me on Facebook here, or check out the website for the new album that's going to be coming out hopefully in a few months. But also I'd like to say, if there's anybody that would like to donate, please support the Bertsch Family Barn here in Scott Kirby. they do a lot for the local musicians, and music's good for the soul. And anything you can, there's going to be a link coming up that at the end of the show, and if you'd like to support it, I would appreciate that. So this is my last song of the night. I wrote this in Dubuque, Iowa. I had done a show in Madison, and and I opened for Switchback. They're a Celtic folk band, and I became friends with Marty McCormick and Brian Fitzgerald. Really nice guys and great musicians. In fact, they've recorded on my next album, and there's one cool song on there called "It's Gonna Be a Great Day," and they do didling on that song, and I had never heard didling, but they do it in Germany in the pubs, and it was before they had a lot of instrumentation, he said. So they'd actually have didling contests, and so that's a really fun song that'll be on the album. Anyway, they offered me a scholarship to go to the Songwriters Retreat, and it was in Dubuque, Iowa. Kevin Gordon out of Nashville came up, and he was teaching everybody, and we had one day to write a song, 15 people in this bed and breakfast, and it was really difficult for me to write with all this other noise going on. And I was getting frustrated because a lot of people were done with their songs and I wasn't. And I stayed up late and made a little bit of progress, but I woke up the next morning and the song luckily came out before breakfast time. So this was sort of in the line of thinking, that the world is much better than what the news portrays and all the divisions that it puts out. There's so much more that unites us, and this song is meant in that vein. And again, thank you guys. I hope you have a great night. This is called The Great Divide. The world is spinning faster and faster. Feels like we're going backwards. I'm running out of breath and out of time. What's it for day after day? Feels like a runaway train going round and round in circles in my mind. I want to cross this great divide between the earth and the sky, between our hearts and our minds, between you and I. See a better world behind. No war, no hunger, just peace of mind. Prejudice, just mankind, real one. You and I, no great divide. Turn on the TV, what do they say? The same things as yesterday. Conflicts and politics crashing down on me. Another storm is on the horizon. It's all we're advertising till we're blinded by the fear. Can't you see? How will we cross the great divide between the earth and the sky, between our hearts and our minds, between you and I? Leave a better world behind. Want no hunger, just peace of mind. No prejudice, just mankind, real one. You and I, no great divide. I have hope in my fellow man. If we can dream it, then we can. We'll rise above it all when we realize nothing different from each other. You're my sister and I'm your brother, and together there's no mountain we can climb. How will we cross this great divide between the earth and the sky, between our hearts and our minds, between you thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for listening. And I pray that everybody has a great life out there and find some way to connect with each other and we can get through some of this division that we see out there. So till we see you again, miigwech. Thank you. Thank you guys for staying.
Like the full moon, the vision came to help me see the way our ancestors lived and prayed. In a lodge that stood on sacred land, now a parking lot and casino stands. Well, our government has gone astray with so much more than the money lost. It's hard to add up all the costs that our children will have to pay. If we continue to fight each other, where's the love for your brother? Has it been replaced by greed and hate? In 7 generations, will we still be a nation? Will they be weak or they be strong? Will they know our language and our song? Who will hold our ceremonies? Who will tell our creation story? And when they talk about us, what will they say? 7 generations from today. Be the one who walks away from problems you see every day, only looking out for number one? Or will you be amongst the strong and take a stand against the wrong and speak for those yet to come? But before giving in your ways, or the fight will return again one day with yourself, what you've become. 'Cause we're all from the same creator, and someday we will be together when our spirit is called beyond setting sun. In 7 generations, will we still be a nation? Will they be weak or they be strong? Will they know our language and our song? Who will hold our ceremony?